Hello everyone, welcome to my morning vinyasa flow. Just for you, it will be a short little snippet, something you can do in the mornings to wake you up, to make you feel great to start your day, and to just get you thinking about yourself, becoming self-aware, and just taking some time out of the day just for yourself. So start with me here. We're going to start in child's pose. So coming onto your mat, pressing your feet together, your toes together, knees wide, and then just sinking back over your hips, lowering your head to the mat, and just begin breathing through the nose, inhaling deep in the nose, exhaling out the nose, sending your breath into your hips, opening your hips, imagining as you inhale, just imagining the air circulating your hips. On your inhale, pressing through the palms, we're going to come up onto all fours. So stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. We're going to begin breathing through cat and cow pose. So dropping the belly low, inhaling, taking your gaze to the ceiling as you arch your back. And then on the exhale, tucking your chin and rolling your spine to the ceiling and tucking the tailbone under. And just begin flowing with your breath, moving from pose to pose. Sending your breath down the spine, lubricating the spine, awakening your muscles. Feeling your body awaken this early morning. Coming back to a neutral spine, checking to make sure your shoulders and your hips are stacked properly. We're going to inhale, pressing our palm forward, opening our fingers, pressing our right palm open to the left side. And then exhaling our palm down to the mat, inhaling, opening the left palm up, keeping the belly button pulled into the spine, the core active. The next inhale, we're drawing our right palm forward, and then we're pressing our left foot back. Keeping the left foot flexed, toes towards the floor, hips lifted, and exhaling both down to the mat. Drawing the breath in, we're pressing the left palm forward, pressing the right foot back. Exhaling down. On the next inhale, we're inhaling the right palm forward, left foot back, just like we did before. And either staying here or bending through the left knee and sweeping the right palm back to clasp onto the left foot. So pressing the foot into the palm. Either keeping your gaze forward or challenging your mental focus and taking your gaze to your foot. And slowly exhaling down to the mat. Setting your spine back to neutral position. We're inhaling our left palm forward, pressing the right foot back. Staying here, bending in the right knee, and sweeping the left palm back behind you. Keeping your gaze forward, or taking your gaze to your foot behind you. And exhaling, lowering back down. Here we're going to walk our palms forward on the mat, flipping our toes and pressing up into downward facing dog. Pressing our way into our palms, pressing your heels towards the mat, and then just walking out your heels, shifting your weight from one heel into the other, stretching out the calves and the hamstrings. Noticing how your muscles feel this early morning yoga. Sinking your heels towards your mat, softening your heart between your shoulders, taking your gaze towards your palms, we're going to walk our feet all the way into our hands, pressing our heels down with each small step, coming into a forward fold. Allowing your head and your neck just to fall, keeping your knees bent if you need. Pressing your knees straight, straightening, lengthening the muscles of the calves and the hamstrings. And then bending through the knees, we're going to inhale and reverse swan dive up to mountain pose, and then exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, sweeping our palms up. We're going to exhale, leading with the heart, coming into a forward fold. Inhaling up to flat back, taking your gaze forward, pressing your shoulder blades into their sockets. Then exhaling into forward fold. Placing your palms on the mat, neither stepping or hopping back, coming into plank pose. Bringing your shoulders over your wrists, pressing back through your heels. And the belly button drawn into the spine, continuing to breathe in your nose and out your nose. And pressing back into downward dog. On the inhale, you're drawing the right heel to the ceiling. And exhale, placing your foot between your palms. Checking to make sure your knee is over your ankle, and then lowering the back knee down, relaxing the foot. And inhaling, palms up into a low crescent lunge. Sinking into the hip. Keeping your arms and your palms active in the stretch. And on the exhale, dropping your palms to the inside of the right foot and walking the right foot to the outside of the mat, pressing into the palms. Sinking deep into the hip. And staying here or walking down to your forearms, just releasing your head, your neck, your shoulders, rolling onto the outside of the right foot. Breathing deep into this hip opener stretch. Pressing your palms into the mat. Heel toeing the right foot back to center. And then sitting back over the left foot. Lengthening through the right heel. Pulling your toes back towards you so you lengthen through the hamstring. Inhaling back up. Flipping the back toe up. And pressing the right foot back into downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, then inhale, drawing the left heel to the ceiling. Exhaling, placing the left foot between the palms. Then lowering down onto the right knee. Inhaling up to that low lunge. Taking a nice deep inhale here. And letting all the air out. Exhaling, palms to the inside of the left foot. Walking the left foot to the outer edge of the mat. And pressing into this low lunge. Sinking into your hips. Staying here or walking down to your forearms. Rolling onto the outside of the foot. And just relaxing your head, your neck. Not worrying about your day yet, just focusing on yourself here, focusing on your breath, enjoying the energy that's brought to your muscles through this vinyasa flow, pressing into your palms, heel toeing the left foot back to center, and pressing back onto the left heel, lengthening over your left leg. Left foot, flipping the back toe, coming up onto the right toe, and then drawing the right foot into the left into a forward fold, and then just rolling the spine all the way back to standing. Slowly stacking one vertebrae on top of the other, coming back to standing. Inhaling, palms to heart center. Taking a deep, full breath here. Inhaling, palms up. Exhaling, sitting back into chair pose. So bringing your feet and your knees together. Palms, heart center, sitting back over your heels. Chest lifted. Exhale, dropping your palms behind you. Interlacing your fingers. And inhaling, opening the chest up. On the exhale, we're lengthening through our legs, taking a forward fold, letting your fingers and your shoulders fall overhead. Keeping your knees bent if you need. Or if this becomes too much on your shoulders, you can always just drop your palms down to the mat. Enjoying this nice shoulder stretch. Breathing and opening up the back of the body. Exhaling, palms down to the mat. Stepping your left foot back and then your right, pressing back to downward facing dog. Staying on your feet or coming down to your knees, we're going to inhale up to plank pose. Taking whichever option you like, bringing the shoulders over the wrists. We're going to exhale, pulling the elbows into the ribs, coming into a low tricep push-up. Then inhale, pressing up, pressing the chest open into cobra or upward facing dog. Then flipping the toes and pressing back to downward facing dog. Just doing a couple of these sun salutations. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, lowering down. Lengthening. Inhale through to upward facing dog and then pressing back to downward facing dog. Doing that one more time. Inhaling up to plank. Exhale, lowering down. Now pressing the chest through the shoulders. Exhale, pressing back downward facing dog. And from here, just lowering onto your knees, opening your knees up, bringing your toes together, and just pressing back into child's pose. Relaxing the head on the mat or stacking your fist. Relaxing your head on your fist. Just taking a few final deep breaths here. Enjoying these last final moments to yourself on your mat. And I encourage you to just take as long as you need in child's pose to enjoy these last final moments before you start your day. Enjoy the sunlight streaming in. Enjoy the deep breaths, the full filling of your lungs, releasing the air. And just enjoy taking some time for yourself in the morning to energize your muscles, to warm up your body, and then go about your day having fun, enjoying life, feeling like you made time for yourself. Thank you. Namaste.